Om Namah Shivaya. The Temple and the Hospital. Discourse by MahaPeriyava from the book Voice of God, Volume 1. There are people who say service to humanity is worship of the Lord. There is no need for separate meditation on the Lord, puja, etc. Some among them even say that temples and other places of worship are not necessary and they can be converted into hospitals and schools. Providing consolation to people, curing the diseases, providing education, etc., are all noble tasks. It is also true that the Lord is immensely pleased with that. But when we think of it, it appears that the converse of the statement, service to humanity is worship of the Lord, also appears very true. That is to say, it is seen that serving the Lord is also for the good of humanity. That alone will bestow permanent good on man more than any other social service. We cure the patients in hospitals and send them. After that, should they not lead a good life? If they are those who cause harm to the world and ruin themselves, can we get the fruits of curing them? When mentally deranged people are brought before me and I am requested to cure them, I think within myself on these lines only. If I tell that at the time, they who come to me seeking consolation would feel hurt. Therefore, I do not tell them. Now I am saying this in a general way. If it is only when a wrong is committed with knowledge of its implications, it becomes a sin. Therefore, in any act of those who are mentally deranged and do not have control over their actions, there is no sin. Somehow, due to previous sin of the previous birth, they have become like this. But they incur no sin now. The mentally deranged people do not think something and speak another, just as we do. They talk what occurs in their mind. I used to think why they should be made like others in the name of curing them and why they should be made to incur sin. It is not enough to have hospitals and cure people of bodily disease. What is more important is to ensure that bad thoughts do not take shape in their minds. This is how we open schools and improve the spirit of education. If those who have studied and come out of the school are not honest, what do we gain by having open schools? If without devotion, discipline, and sense of sacrifice, only mental faculties improved through education, that will only pave the way for indulging in dishonest acts cleverly and escaping. Man's life does not end with the schools and hospital. The goal is that he should be a good person. Just as hospitals and schools are in fact more than this, temples should necessarily be there to make him good. For us to become good, meditation on the Lord and puja are very necessary. To take man to God is a much greater help to him than giving him health, giving him education for intellectual development, and removing his poverty and making him prosperous. It is only when we direct our mind towards God and engage in dhyana and puja, etc., we will have the qualification to involve others in this. Then only the help we render to others will, with power, give us fruits. It is good to think of man himself as God and render service to him. But without stopping at that, we shall help him realize his own divinity, at least to some extent, for which we should definitely protect the temples. There is a view that to be a good person, bhakti is not necessary. But in practical life, to cleanse the soul that is tossed by several kinds of selfish desires, there is no greater aid at all than bhakti. Over aeons, yuga, the devotional feeling that there is a God who is all powerful and witness to everything, who gives us the fruits of our actions, has been a great support to keep man on the path of dharma. The goal of bhakti is only to make man good. In knowing the power that is our cause and gaining the ultimate jnana, that there is no difference between that power and us, and get released from the cycle of births and deaths and worldly life is the goal of bhakti. In addition, even to behave as a good person towards the external world, it helps with greater power than any other means. There is no greater social service than constructing a temple tower, Gopuram, make it visible to all and remind them of God. Om Namah Shivaya. In the next post, we shall see MahaPeriyava speak about the 5 senses and 5 offerings. Om Namah Shivaya. Hara Hara Shankara, Jaya Jaya Shankara, Kanchi Shankara, Kamakoti Shankara.